What's good, YouTube? This your boy Lang, man, and I'm back here with another reaction video, Slime. And right now, I'm about to react to the Age 13 Psycho Killer case of Craig Price. Now, with this video right here, Slime, a lot of y'all, when I say a lot of y'all, when I mean a lot of y'all been hitting me to react to this, you feel me? Because a lot of y'all been seeing like my forensic files and like my other case videos that I've done on like the crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, murderers and all that, you feel me, and the rest of that stuff, you feel me. And a lot of y'all been telling me like, bro, you gotta react to this one, you feel me. And a lot of y'all was like, bro, this one's gonna be the most craziest one, especially what he says, you feel me, like, it's crazy. So we about to see what's going on with this, you feel me. And if y'all new over here, you feel me, make sure to check out all my other reactions, you feel me. I got music reactions over here, you feel me, and I got the funny reactions over here, you feel me. And like I said, you feel me, and we got these ones, obviously, of course, the forensic files and the case ones, like, we got it all over here, you feel me. So just check them out if you haven't already, you feel me. But I love each and everybody that's watching this right now, you feel me, because without y'all, like, there wouldn't be no me on this camera, like, feel me. But this is the Age 13 Psycho Killer case of Craig Price. We about to get into this thing, Slime. Let's go. Let's get it.
Welcome back to Twisted Minds. I think it's safe to say here on this channel, we speak about a lot of serial killers as it's kind of our thing. But what sets today's case of Craig Price apart from the others is that he began his killing spree at the tender age of 13. Although, that was a long time before his arrest and capture. And as you can imagine, a lot happened in between this time. Oh, and enjoy your last moments of relaxation, because after you find out that evil has no age limit, you're going to be checking over your shoulder a hell of a lot more.
And before we even go further, like, bro, this is crazy. Like, bro was 13, like, killing people. Like, just let that sink in. Like, bro was 13. You feel me, doing this? It's crazy.
For many, the 80s was the decade of big hair, mixtapes full of electronic music, and iconic movies with quotes that even millennials will recognize. For one sleepy neighborhood, however, that period of time will forever be known as one of the most terrifying decades of their lives. This being due to the young serial killer, Craig Price. During his childhood and adolescence, Price's track record was far from ordinary. Despite being a, quote, good-humored and vivacious boy, the young teen had a juvenile criminal record full of crimes, such as breaking into properties, robbery, stalking, heavy drug use, and assault. This was later to be identified to be a result of joining a street gang.
So bro was already on this, on the bad path, you feel me, from a young age, you feel me. And that's no knock on him, because you can't knock him, because he may have came from an environment where it was survival, you feel me. Some of us, we come from that, you know, but we don't do this, we don't become no like psycho killer, you feel me. But some of us, you just gotta adapt to your environment, you feel me. But it seems like that's what bro was doing, and then he just took a turn to, he wanted to do more, you feel me. Like, let's keep watching.
Local area. We'll dive deeper into the perpetrator in just a minute, but it's best we quickly run through the vile acts committed leading up to Craig's capture. On the 27th of July, 1987, the town of Buttonwood in Rhode Island was shocked after the body of a 27-year-old mother of two, Rebecca Spencer, was discovered, stabbed 58 times in her head and chest. Rebecca's murder was incredibly vicious and brutal, an act that could only have been carried out by the sickest of minds. What makes the crime that much worse was that the murderer broke into her home and took a 10-inch knife from the victim's kitchen to carry out the vile act. Talk about making yourself at home. Fortunately, Rebecca's 2 children were not at home to witness the murder, a detail that most likely saved their life. Her body was later discovered by her own brother after he returned from a night shift at work. What adds to the tragedy is that Spencer was looking to move out of the neighborhood at the time of her untimely death. Police believe that the fact that the killer used an item from the house pointed to it being a robbery gone wrong. Only the 58 stab wounds gave an insight into the instability of the individual involved. 58 times! That is far too many times for someone who just wants to stop a witness to a burglary. Sadly,
Yeah, bro, that was, like, even if it was going wrong, like, you probably still could have just, you feel me? Like, you ain't had to kill her, bro. You feel me? Like, I understand you know, but at the same time, like, you had the intentions of, like, I'm going in there to kill. Like, you feel me? Cause, bro, like, you don't stab somebody 58 times unless, like, your mind was, you didn't even want to rob. You was like, screw, like, when it's like you didn't even go there to rob. You went there to kill. Feel me?
perpetrator
crazy,
was
bro.
never discovered, leaving a real-life Jason wandering the streets, free to slay again just 2 years later. On the 4th of September 1989, a 39-year-old woman named Joan Heaton was found dead with 11 stab wounds to her chest, face, and neck, as well as showing trauma caused by a blunt instrument. What makes this more chilling is that she only lived a few hundred yards away from Rebecca Spencer's house, the first murder victim. However, the killer had cut through a window screen to get inside of the house, only this time bringing his own steak knife with him. Sadly, Joan's 2 daughters were in the house at the time and were not spared the unthinkable acts. 8-year-old Melissa Heaton was beaten and stabbed 7 times, while her sister, 10-year-old Jennifer Heaton, was stabbed 62 times and had...
Yeah, bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. You not even robbing, bro. You going in there to kill. Your intentions is going in there to kill and to slaughter somebody. Feel me? That's what you're, bro. You're, something's really wrong with you. Like, at first, like, I get it. Like, you feel me? Every kid, obviously, when they grow up in certain places, like, you feel me? They gonna get, you know, but none of them people is gonna really take it this far. You feel me? Like, they're like, nah, like, you really had issues, and you really had something going on up here, bro, because you not even robbing. You going in there to kill, like I said. You feel me? And I hope they had fun with you in the pen, you feel me? Because you doing too much, you feel me? For no reason. Like, you saying you going there to rob, but you not robbing, no, you killing. You feel me? So it's like you got the intentions to kill, not rob. You feel me? You doing more than like what people even grow up doing. Like, bro, like, even people from the hood and bro, they not out here saying, yeah, bro, even if even if they going to rob somebody, bro, they're getting what they came there for. And if they gotta do something to somebody, then so be it. But, bro, like, their intentions is not going in there to kill. Your intentions is, I'm going in there to kill. Like, you doing more. You doing way more. Like, you doing the most. And you doing it for no reason. And then you enjoying what you're enjoying this, bro. So it's like you're sick in the head, bro. Feel me?
Sustained a fractured skull. After their grandmother didn't hear from the family over Labor Day, she realized something was wrong and walked into a scene that would make the Carrie prom scene look like a Mr. Clean commercial. When she entered the house, she saw the walls and floors covered in blood. A little further inside, she spotted Joan lying beneath some blood-soaked sheets in the hallway, while Jennifer was lying close to her mother and Melissa on the kitchen floor. This is a scene that nightmares are made from. Unfortunately for the devoted mother and grandmother, this is one bad dream that will haunt her to the end of her days. The scene was so gruesome, in fact, the best way to describe it was to quote a Warwick police detective, Kenneth Anderson, who investigated the scene with his own two eyes.
How do you know if your soap actually stops the stink? Try the butt suds test. Suds up, wash that butt crack.
Just because he was 15 at the time, he wasn't just some poor little innocent kid that went astray.
Right.
He killed 4 people, and he's
Right. And I agree. Like, bro, you're a kid. It don't matter, bro. Even though people in the comments probably say, "Like, bro, you a kid," bro. It don't matter, bro. If you 15 and or 13, cause yeah, if you 13 and you start doing more than like what like the regular person from the hood is doing, like, and out here intentionally killing people, like, you know, bro, you know what you're doing. And then on top of that, how ain't no sympathy, cause bro, you out here taking innocent lives. These ain't even people you beef with. You feel me? I can understand if that person that did something to, like, you know what I'm saying, and off one of you, then it, you know, it's different. But bro, you out here just doing this to be doing it. You out here killing just to kill, bro. You out here killing little kids to kill. Like, come on, man. Like, nah, ain't no sympathy for you. We don't care if you 15, cause you know what you doing. Especially if you out doing, bro. Especially if you start running the streets and like in the beginning, how bro said he was doing all. You know what you doing. You know what right from wrong is, bro. You feel me? Like, nah, you don't get no sympathy. You killing. You doing it for no reason.
talking like he killed these people like it was nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, like absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
The level of violence displayed by the seasoned killer of Buttonwoods had every living person in the area terrified for their lives. They double-locked their doors and stayed in groups, just in case they received an unwelcome visitor. Everyone tried to guess what this killer must have been like. Insane, cunning, and strong. But just after 2 weeks after the murder of the Heaton family, everyone got to set their eyes on this monster, who turned out to be nothing like they imagined. For starters, it turned out to be a 15-year-old boy who lived just 2 houses from his first victim, Rebecca, and not too further from the Heatons. It was FBI profiler Greg McCrary who first noticed the similarities in both of the murder cases. For example, the killer used unusual excessive force to stop people who would have already been dead after the first few blows. Joan and Rebecca were stabbed approximately 60 times each, while the Heaton children were stabbed around 30 times. It was this pattern and the distance between houses that led him to connect both murders. One clue the police had to go by was that Band-Aid wrappers were left at the scene of the Heaton scene. This meant that the murderer had wounded himself and used the Band-Aids to stop the bleeding, once again making himself at home. This led to police approaching gangs and asking to see their hands, a clever tactic that led them to Craig Price, the 15-year-old who would earn the title the Warwick Slasher. Price wasn't a stranger to the police, with several previous arrests for petty theft and burglary around the Buttonwoods. After young...
Right, I can understand, bro. That's what, you feel me, coming. Like, we come on. We understand the petty theft and all, and you feel me? But, bro, you started, like I said, you started taking it overboard. You started going out to kill, bro, for no reason. Feel me? Like, nah, I can't mess with, like, nah, you can't, nah. Feel me? No.
When Craig Price was taken away for questioning, he calmly and openly admitted to all 4 murders without a single sign of remorse.
So then I was like, oh, what the hell? I ran into like the kitchen. On top of the refrigerator was a knife. And I just killed him.
How did you break your hand?
When I was stabbing, I guess I got careless or something. And then I stabbed my own finger.
After a police search at his home, a murder weapon was discovered in his garden shed. This proved that the 15-year-old wasn't making things up for attention. This means that he was just 13 when he first broke into the house of Rebecca Spencer's home and brutally murdered her. Because of the young age of Price, under Rhode Island juvenile criminal law in 1989, he could only be charged as a juvenile, and the maximum punishment that could be imposed by the Rhode Island Family Court.
That's crazy, bro. You telling me just because he's a kid, quote unquote, y'all about to give him basically a slap on the... Man, no way. No. If bro, to me, bro was out here doing adult stuff and he knew what he was doing, so he should get charged like an adult because, bro, it don't matter. You feel me? It should not matter. If you out here killing, bro, you know what you doing, bro. Like, come on, man. You can't say, oh, he was a kid with a... Nah. Bro was out here killing and, you feel me? Robbing and all. Like, bro knew what... Come on. Feel me?
Was just 5 years in juvenile training school and his automatic release when he reached the age of 21.
That's crazy.
Yup, brutally murdered 4 people, 2 of which young children. But in just a few short years, he would be free to walk straight out to the bar for his first alcoholic drink.
Wow.
The law can be messed up, right?
Yeah.
Following his arrest, an ongoing battle ensued for psychiatric assessments to be carried out with the young prisoner. Family court psychiatrist who reviewed the case had reported unusual homicidal fury in the actions of Craig Price. But the killer's attorney told him not to take part in any assessments, or else he could be kept in a psychiatric hospital for criminals far past his 21st birthday, under the 1956 Mental Health Law Act. So of course, it made more sense for him to be seen as an evil monster than mentally ill. He was confident that if he stayed quiet, after 5 short years, he would be a free man with the rest of his life ahead of him. Something he robbed of his victims.
If you sleep on your side, I bet you hate your pillow, and this is why. They might be as fluffy.
A police detective, Kevin Collins, could see the injustice in the law system and decided to form the Citizens Opposed to the Release of Craig Price, a group determined to prove that releasing Price would lead in more blood, murder, and tragedy. Through their hard work, within months of Craig Price being arrested and his attitude towards his actions, Rhode Island passed state legislature, ensuring those under 16 years old could be tried in an adult court if the crime was serious enough. A huge win for the families of his victims and the rest of society. One huge loss for the cocky teenager who was in no doubt planning his spring break when he walked free. Between 1989 to 1993, Craig Price kept refusing to be assessed for his mental health, until he finally agreed after being found in contempt of court after lying about his crimes to a forensic psychiatrist called Dr. Richard Barnum about his crimes. As a result of his deception, in 1997, he was found guilty of criminal contempt of court and was sentenced to 25 years in prison, 10 of which had to be served. For those worrying about this beast getting out of jail to kill again, you can rest assured. While in jail, Price managed to get his hands on a weapon and stabbed a prison guard. Luckily, the injury wasn't fatal, but it did increase his sentence greatly. Since his being captured, he's committed 40 crimes while behind bars, which include fights and extreme violence. Because Price didn't like playing nice with his fellow inmates, he was later moved from the Rhode Island Adult Corrections Institutions in 2004 to a maximum security prison in Florida. In 2017, the cold-hearted killer was charged with attempted murder after stabbing another inmate with a crudely fashioned weapon. All of these wonderful acts.
You see what I mean? And they were about to let bro out, bro. Feel me? Bro would have got, he would have been out, he would have killed again. For sure he would have been killing. Feel me? Just look what he's doing behind.
Means that the Warwick slasher will never spend a day as a free man. A fact that no doubt comes as a relief to the people of Rhode Island, especially the family members of his victims. In 2018, the confession tapes of the murder of the Heaton family emerged thanks to an investigation done by Target 12. In that conversation with police, which took place just 2 weeks after the gruesome murder, Price explains how Joan fought back and bit him. So like a wild animal, Price bit her back.
Price tells detectives Mom fought back.
She bit me. You can see the mark right there. She bit me then, I bit her back.
He also tells of how Joan kept telling her children to get to the phone, but they stayed pinned to the wall in fear. These tapes arrived a year before Price had the possibility of being released. Luckily, the increased interest in the case nationwide resulted in the Warwick slasher staying put behind bars for many more years to come. Speaking of the family, what became of those whose lives were turned upside down by a single teenager who should have been sneaking into movie theaters and crushing on Molly Ringwald? Well, Joan Heaton's mother became a Rhode Island victims' rights activist along with her 2 sisters. This allowed them to help others who are put in the same position because of monsters like Craig Price. Gail Vacalis, Joan's sister, said that the tragedy has only made them stronger as a family, saying that they've become fighters for other families. Gail Vacalis initially said that Price is a waste of a person, forever throwing himself pity parties about being locked up. I mean, can you blame her for thinking that? A man who shows zero remorse for the awful acts he committed when he was still a young teen deserves nothing more than the lowest of opinions. Regardless of age, if you knew you did those horrific things, you would still be able to feel some sort of guilt years later. That is, of course, if you have a heart. In 1997, however, Gail accepted an apology made by Price in court. Whether he meant it or not is still up for discussion. For Mary Lou, the other sister who discovered the bodies of the 3 Heaton girls, forgiveness will never happen. She walked in to find 3 of her closest family members.
That's a fact, bro. I would never, bro. No way. There's no forgiving you, bro. No, bro. See, I'm the type I would want to get locked up with you and then get my revenge. Cause, bro, you getting off. Just how I'm gonna do you, just how you did my family members. You feel me? The guards might have come and walk and see you laid up like that. Feel me? Because cause bro, it's like you didn't care, so why should I care? You know? You feel me? Straight up. And I hope bro, you get your karma, your real karma in the pen. I hope you, cause man.
Murdered in cold blood. What a hellish thing to witness. When Craig Price, aka the Warwick Slasher, was interviewed about the foul acts against Rebecca Spencer, he said, "I truly felt like getting away with it was my fate and destiny. I really felt clever and supreme. I acted just like everybody else who thought a killer walked their neighborhood streets." These chilling words show 2 very important things. The first is that evil does discriminate when it comes to the age of those filled with it, while the other proves by acting like other people, even the wolf in sheep's clothing can go undetected for a long period of time. That is, until the wolf gets a little too comfortable and incredibly desperate to satisfy its hunger again.
And I'm gonna end it right there, Slime. This like a man. this was crazy. You feel me? Y'all was right. This was crazy. You feel me? And y'all definitely send me some more cases and some more forensic stuff to react to. You feel me? And y'all already know. Send me some music reactions and all. Send me all that to react to. You feel me? And let me know what y'all think, bro. Bro got what he deserved, in my opinion. You feel me? Bro was out here doing the most. You feel me? Like, and bro got what he deserved. You feel me? But y'all let me know. You feel me? How y'all feel about it in the comments. You feel me? I love y'all. Y'all stay safe, and I'ma holler at y'all next time, Slime. One.